Welcome to this tutorial about textures in Blender. This is about imaging the surface of objects. And as objects are the elements of architectural models, textures are the elements of the design objects. So and in these symmetries things get very interesting. So let's go into it, how textures can be applied to an architectural object. First we want to take a picture of things. So this is my table, and this is the material we want to take. So this is this old wooden table, oak from Provence, a few hundred years old. So we also can take this wooden floor, or we can go to this wall. We can go to this texture here, to these kind of things. So whatever you like, go for materials. So we have this leather here. Take pictures, and then you are there. Now this is the photograph of a piece of my table, and I want to apply that to the surface of a mesh in Blender. So first create an object, go into it, for example, then change it, have it .9, so we have a plate. Now apply a material to that. We say this is neutral, white, get another material for it, and this we say this is wood, and wood should be just the upper surface. Select that, we say this should be wood, and go here with the principal BSDF, give it a color, and look how the material looks like. So, good. That's it. Leave our element and first go for lamp. Put the lamp above, and now if we go for rendering, we see our object rendered. Good. Next step, I want to see what I'm doing. So now wood should have this texture, should be this picture instead of a plain color. So this is a kind of geometrical color. If you want to have a topological or an image, then we need several steps. The first is we have to go for with the node editor, select the object, go for our cube here, and here we have this node view to our panel here. This is our color, and instead of this color we want to input an image. So it's called texture, and we have this image texture here and connect it, and instead of the plain color or gradient, we connect that. This magenta always means there's a missing link to an object in database. So we have to open that and go to our textures in our project file, open that, and now we have this picture here. It's of color and these kind of things, and we have it in our database. So, and we have the median color here, because step 2 is missing, which is the UV mapping. So what we want to have is, let's have a look here. Now this is the image editor, choose this element from our database, and this is our wood. So it's our piece of wood. And we have a 2-dimensional coordinate system here with the wood. So we cut it like a foil, and then we wrap it to the 3-dimensional faceted mesh. So that's the idea. So we have to map the three-dimensional geometry to a two-dimensional geometry, and then the content of a certain region here is mapped to here. So to do that, we go, for example, to material. We select our element, so we have to go into it in the edit mode. We select our face here, and then we say U, and we say unwrap. And then we have exactly the same points, but double. This is in 3D in space, and this is in 2D on top of our image. So now we can move this thing, and you see it's moving correspondingly. Or we can scale it like a cat object. So we can make it very detailed. And then here you see this bucketing. If we go, so move it. Or we can make a distortion. So we can, for example, select just this and move it here. Whatever we like. Keep it like this. So now we can leave it. We have this. Go back to object mode, go to rendering, and here we have our texture, which is okay, but it's very flat. So the next step will be to put normals or bump maps and so on that, so that the texture looks, so that each pixel gets a certain perspective towards the light and the reflection of light and so on. So that will be the next tutorial. Thanks for watching. This was a simple first step.